Hello, good people. This week I have been connecting with friends and clients and partners and audiences from around the world about mostly the same thing, and that is rising above the emotional chaos of the present moment. In Jungian psychology, the archetype of the king and the queen, which are the dominant characterizations of the leader within us, they're defined by two wonderful virtues. Number one is being calm, and number two is being dynamic. Calm and dynamic. It's such a crazy and killer combination. Have you ever met somebody like that? They could be carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, but they remain calm and they remain open to possibilities. It's not a mask that they're putting on. It's a decision that they've made for themselves about how they want to show up in life. And being calm and dynamic right now is a huge challenge. A friend in HR in Seattle only texted me this morning to say people aren't just working from home. They are at home during a crisis trying to work. And there's a big difference between those two things. And you add to that the separation from friends and family and the removal of all the standard coping strategies that people have successfully integrated into their life over the years. Things like exercise and dancing and swimming and eating out with friends. You've got a very useful recipe for stirred up emotion and sadness and anger. Managing your emotional state right now is hard, but that's why it's probably our number one priority. And it's not just for your own good that you could slow down and create more calm in your thinking and your decisions. It's for your family, and it's for your team, and it's for your children too. You see, it has been well observed, it's been very well studied, that being calm is as contagious in your team and your family as panic and despair and bitterness is. And it's that calmness that allows for fun and making the best of this very trying situation. So be real. That is the surest sign of a leader, that they are engaging with reality. Definitely see life for what it is, but as best you can, choose your response. Don't allow mood-affected perspectives to shape all of your behaviors and decisions. Viktor Frankl again would say this, that everything can be taken from a person except for one thing, and it's the last of the human freedoms. And that is to choose your attitude in any given set of circumstances and to choose your own way forward. But more than that, if we don't choose calm, we actually create a vacuum that chaos loves to jump right into. Jung explored this thought best when he said chaos with a capital C, has a fearful gravity all of its own. And it's in that gravitational pull that you can find yourself compromising your own sense of self-discipline and softening those personal rules that you've probably taken years to build up and embed, like movement and exercise, clean eating, good sleep, deep breathing. You've worked hard to lock these things down in your life, those habits and routines. Don't let them slide down. They're the things that you need most right now. And they are the things that will give back to you most of all. Of all the work that you've done to make those a part of your life, it's time for those routines to pay you back. And they will. Now, in case you needed reminding, nothing like this has ever happened to our species before. This is a species-wide, government-mandated hibernation. We have all literally been sent to our rooms to think about who we are and how we've been living. And it's because of this that it is also the greatest opportunity that we have ever had to plumb the depths of our character and renovate it from the inside out, to rebuild ourselves from the ground up, to refine our thoughts and our first responses, and maybe even the nobleness of our character. We've all spoken to each other for years now about grit and resilience and tenacity, but I figure this: grit isn't grit until grit is tested, and toughness isn't toughness until toughness is tested. And the same goes for love and for care and for generosity. Right now, in this new normal, and for as long as we're in it, I would invite you to focus on the development of your character. There's going to be an explosion of life to follow this moment, and the work that you do right now will get you ready for that. Let's all come out of this twice the people we were when we went into it. So this week, in this week's newsletter drop, couple of things to think about, a couple of things to do, a couple of videos to watch, but more than anything else, know that I've got your back and I'm available for anything that you need. I'll see you soon.